Now, I always try to keep up with movie news, what's coming out, what's to be looked out for, and I just had never heard of the rhythm section. I saw a trailer maybe a week before it was about to be released, and the trailer was phenomenal, looked amazing, had a great music cue with it. Blake Lively looked fantastic, he had Jude Law in it, and all these kind of things. It was kind of a spy type of assassin movie. I was like, this looks amazing. Why haven't I heard anything about it? And you have two options there. Either you have a sleeper hit, something that's just going to land and be amazing, like The Guest, or you're going to have something that is just a really great trailer. Something that's not going to land quite as well and ultimately going to be a frustrating watch. Something like the rhythm section, which we have here. We have Blake Lively, who gives a really good performance as Stephanie Patrick, a woman whose family died in a plane crash, and she was on a really good trajectory herself throughout life, but when this event happened, her life kind of forked, and where her possibilities were, she went in an opposite route, ultimately ending up as a prostitute selling herself for drug money. That is, until a reporter approaches her one day and gives her the information that it wasn't an accident what happened to her family. There was a bomb placed by a terrorist on her family's flight, and that if she could tell him her story, maybe they could get it out into the world. And she slowly starts to open up to this reporter, going with him, finds out all his information, because this guy's just like, yeah, here, look, come to my house. I know nothing about you other than you're a drug addict and a prostitute and severely and emotionally damaged. Come here, here's all my personal belongings, and here's all my information I've spent years collecting just in a room. You can thumb through it all. Of which, of course, she does, getting into all this information, and discovers his secret contact, who he won't tell anybody his name. He just has the letter B and his postcode on it as well, so it's easily just trackable. Anyway, Stephanie has to make a run for it when the journalist is murdered, and she just has nowhere else to go. She makes a run for Inverness, where she's going to discover B and hopefully get some answers to what happened to her family. It turns out to be Jude Law, who is an ex-MI6 agent and is going to train her in the ways of becoming a super assassin. Sounds all right, doesn't it? It sounds pretty good. I have this woman who's at the lowest of the low, who's going to fight back, become something that she has the drive and ability to become, and get revenge on her family. And that is the basic encompassing of the movie, and that itself is awesome. The execution is just poor on every front. Every choice that they have to make, they seemingly make the wrong one and create something that's very dour and very downbeat and not that interesting and melancholy and just drawn out, where it should be kind of punchy and exciting, because it has all the story elements and the beats there to be something more than it actually is. And it's really frustrating to sit there and watch a movie going, this should be great. This should be the sort of female Bond or Bourne movie, Bourne probably more likely, that people have been kind of interested about. This could have been it. Blake Lively gives a good performance. She is good in the action set pieces as well. Jude Law is great, but there is plot points or things that happen that just don't make sense. Jude Law is in exile. He is hiding out from everybody, doesn't want to be disturbed, yet still has his finger on the pulse. He sends out Stephanie to do these missions, yet he's always there. He's at London. He's at New York when she's doing things. He's there to sweep up behind her, which gives you the kind of thought of, why isn't he just doing it himself? If he has this mission he wants to accomplish, why isn't he just going and doing it? He's the more able-bodied person out of the two. She's still a little bit fragile, a little bit not used to being in this world of people constantly trying to kill each other. It's strange. It's one of these really frustrating movies. I wanted to like this. I really did. I felt it had a great story at the heart of it. The execution really let it down. It was kind of tedious in parts. It was rather more morose than it should have been. It should have been more upbeat and more kinetic with its action. It lingers too much on some of the more downbeat parts of the storyline, just because it feels a little bit more dramatic and a little bit more actory, these scenes. where we just get to see Blake Lively just crying for a couple of minutes. It lingers on these moments rather than on the action where it should be focused. This was a disappointing movie. Disappointing because it could have been better. It should have been better. If you've seen the rhythm section, I want to know your opinion of it. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you feel that it had that possibility to be something great that it just never achieved? Let me know in the comment box below, and we'll see you next time on Man v Film.